Arizona District 8 Information Officer here, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit how I go through the process of preparing our All-Star Tournament brackets. The first thing that we want to do is go over to the Arizona State Tournament Pairings page and identify the tournament that you're going to be working on. In this case, 9 to 11-year-old softball, and you're going to want to grab these pairings, right? So this is the draw order. I put this into a text file so that I know all of the different orders in which to assign the different teams. Our next step is going over to the state entries by district. And this is where all of the districts have identified whether or not they have a team going or not. So we take a look at this and it shows that we have 9 teams. Now we'll go into our shared drive where we look at the different team brackets that have been shared with us from the state. In this case, we want a 9-team double elimination bracket. You're going to right click that and make a copy. If you don't know how to find shared files from your Google Drive, you go from home to the shared with me. And since we know that these are all team double elimination, so we could simply enter in team double elimination. And this shows all of the different brackets that have been made available to us. And we can select from the correct one that we need. You always want to select the correct one that is most recently updated from the state. Once we've identified our share and the copy that we need, we're going to go in and we're going to right click and we're going to organize it. We're going to go down, organize, we're going to select move, and we're going to move it into the district tournaments. I have this here because it's already a shared folder. If you need help with that, let us know and we'll walk through you in a different video. You move it there. Now, you see it'll suggest up here the most recent folders that you're working in. Go ahead and double click on that. And we're going to look for the copy of the 9-team double elimination bracket. And here it is. Now we're going to rename it. And this is going to be the 9 to 11. Well, state 9 to 11. And this will be softball. And what I like to do is identify where the hosting league. This is Valley Verde Little League, so VVLL. Now that this part is done, we're going to want to go back to our tournament pairings in the entries and our text file. So let's go back into here, look at this. And we're going to take a look at the first ones, right? So District 1 is going to have a representative, yes. District 2 will not, so we will remove District 2. District 3 will not, so we remove District 3, and so on and so forth. So 4 and 5 are yeses. District 6 is a no, so we remove that one. District 7 is a yes. So District 8 is a no. Districts 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all yeses. District 13 is a no. And this leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different teams. This is our draw order, and this is important for our next step. Our next step is to go into and edit the different spreadsheets that we want to work with. And we're going to make some customizations and we're going to follow our draw order so we can assign the teams in the correct order. And that's important for the team pairings and the game pairings. So let's go ahead and open this up. One of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the formatting of this to make this a little bit friendlier on the eyes. And I like these colors. They're nice and subdued. They do have some color indication without being too bright. This bright yellow is great for telling you which field you have to fill out. However, it is not very great at allowing you to see it, especially if you're working through the mobile application. So now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and skip this bits of information first, and we're going to go right into our pairings. So the first pairing is district, or the first draw is District 9. And I'm going to copy that and just boom there. And with Google Sheets, you can just hit enter again and it'll allow you to paste. And then we can go in or add our number. And the next one is 11. And then we have 4, 10, 1, oops, 5, 9. Oop, how did I mess that up? That is not correct. I will have to fix that. District 14. Let's take a look at our pairings and find out where I went. All right, so back on the tournament pairings page, we're going to go look back here at the 9 to 11s. We're going to find all of the districts in order and figure out which one is doubled up here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, also 9 here, 10, 11, no 12. So one of these 9s is actually a 12. So we will have to get in touch with the tournament administrator and identify which of those 9s is actually the 12. But we'll worry about that a little bit later. Now that we're back in our spreadsheet, we want to identify which one of these 9s is a 12. We don't need to do anything about it just yet. We just need to make an indicator that we understand that one of those is a 12. So I'm going to put a 12 here, and I'm going to move down to this one and put a 12 there. And then we're going to continue on and do the rest of the tournament stuff, filling in the dates and times in the fields, all that other things. But we're going to take a look at how many games can be played. And we're going to assume 4 games can be played because we have 4 complete teams and 4 complete pairings right here. So we'll work with that and do a 4-field layout, actually a 2-field layout with 2 games per field per day. Okay, so now that we've populated at least the first round of games, we want to test the information that it's actually moving the teams along to the correct brackets. We do this by entering in some dummy data here. So I'm just going to put in some bogus scores, and I like to just use 7 and 0 just for reasons, and I alternate them. This way, it allows me to see different patterns as we move forward. So we have the dates in there. We've done a couple of things. We're going to go down. We're going to click on the bracket tab. We're going to take a look and see that these are actually populating correctly. So we see that District 7 had 7, and it properly moved to the district to the next round, Game 5. So we want to take a look now at the elimination bracket, and that's the losing team for Game 1, which is District 11. Ooh, you know what? No, that's fine. That's fine. We also want to make sure there's no double headers or any sorts of things that we can avoid if we possibly can. So District 11 moved down to the loser bracket, or I like to rename this to elimination bracket, just because no one likes to be a loser. Oops, not eliminated, but elimination, or consolation bracket. Let's do that. It's a little more friendly. Okay. So game 2, we had District 4 went to the consolation brackets, and District 10 appropriately moved up. There's District 4. Very good. And for game 3, District 7 went down, and we have District 1 advanced. So looking for District... Wait. District 4. Oh, that's District 1. This is District 5. Where's District 5? There's it is. and 9 and 14. There's 9. There's this. You notice that this is formatted slightly differently. Sometimes they'll be missing bold or whatever. Not a problem. Oops. Hello. Make a different mistake. We're just going to do a Control B to bold it so that matches all the formatting. And as they come up, you can change it there as well. We want to go back to our data page. And we're going to see that there are only 2 games we can play, or 2 full pairings, without having a double header. And you can have a double header at this level, but you want to avoid it if you can. So we're going to go for 7-Eleven is going to have only 2 games. And we're going to do those on one field. I'm just going to copy this down here. Boom. And field 1. And copy that there. We're going to continue on with testing our brackets, making sure that things do not overrun. Okay. Here is our day 2, game 5. District 9 advanced. District 7 goes down here. Very good. And our first elimination game was played, or consolation game was played, and District 9 properly advanced. Very good. So now we go back and we see that we have 4 games again that could be played. So on the next consecutive day, and we don't like to play on Sundays if we can avoid it, and I happen to know that 7/12 is a Sunday, so we're going to assign for 7/13. So no, don't do that. There we go. Back to you here, 7/13. Go, and these are going to be just the same as those. And this will be the same as well for those 4. Okay, so the next round, or day 3 of the tournament, we're going to go in and put our dummy scores in. Okay. Check and make sure that we don't have anyone playing a doubleheader. So look at 7/13s, all the 7/13s. Okay, District 9, District 10, District 1, District 14. And then we have this District 9 down here. Remember, we have a duplicate, so we're just going to assume that one's District 12. And then District 5 is out, District 4 and District 7. So we don't have any duplicate double headers, which is good. And also try and remember that the elimination games tend to be played first. You notice this is game 7, this is game 8. We roll up here, this is game 9, and this is game 10. Back to our data page. We only have 3 different now, so we're going to do a 7/14, and we're going to copy that to 2 additional pages, and we're going to bias towards field 1. Not all biases are bad, honest. Sometimes it means that we do the thing that we normally expect to do. Okay. So continue on with the test data. Oops. No, that's fine. And it doesn't matter what order you do those in, as long as you have 2 different scores that are going to be obviously easy winner, easy loser to identify. So 14, here, let's go look at games 11 and 12. And we miraculously have District 9 here. Where did District 9 get eliminated up here? Okay, so 7/13, good. They did not do a duplicate. So one of those is actually District 12, as we remember. And we don't have any duplicates here. Very good. So let's take a look at how many games could be played on this day. Smooth this up a little so we could see it better. Okay. Well, actually only one game now. So we're down to one field, one day. So this will be 7:15. And we like the 5:30 start time. And all of the rest of these games will be at field 1. Actually, I'm just going to call this one field 2 for the if game, just because. All right, so this will be 7. Oh, I don't want to put that in yet. I want to make sure that I'm only doing one day at a time. Okay. Oops. That. And now there's only one District 9 left in the tournament. They will face that team there. And then we can add another day. We're always checking. District 1 advanced to the championship. And now we add 7:17, 7:18, and we're going to just do 6 o'clock. You notice I put 18:00. Look what it does. See that? Automatically converts it from, in the US, it's military time, but the rest of the world just calls it time. US is a little odd. And then we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, which forces the if game. See that? It put District 10 down at the bottom here, and this is going to force the if game. We're going to score that just to make sure that it does properly assign the ones that we expect to see. And sure enough, we have our state champion outlined. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of these dummy scores and zero them out. And this is a very quick way to make all of your reasonable assumptions for games and verify you don't have double headers that you don't need to have. And of course, all of this is depending on field availability, umpire availability, all of the other things associated with your tournament. And you have to work with your tournament director to verify all of the dates and times and fields. I like to populate the dummy data in there just so we can get it going as quickly as possible and get that validation piece. From here, what I will do is I would send it to the tournament director, have them verify the information, and then we'll fill out the rest with the tournament name, the division, and the advanced information, where they're going next, which for the 9 to 11 minors, state is as far as they go. But this is how we build it. This is how we do the double checks and making sure that everything is lined up properly and we have as few mistakes as possible to avoid all the confusion that we can avoid. And thank you very much for watching my video.